Good morning. I am Anamika Shil. Roll number is 109. May I, my team squad, discuss about the current risk Bangladesh is facing right now with probable solution. The other members of team squad are Afifa Sultana, Aisha Siddiqa, Shamim Akhtar Nitu, Nasrin Akhtar, and Naimul Alum Riyad. Then come to the main point. Are we facing the utmost risky situations right now? Yes, there are some current risks or problems such as dollar shortage, unemployment, shaky banking sector, and inflation. Then I hand over the next slide to my next team member, Naimul Alam Riyad.
Thank you, Anamika for giving me the chance to present the slides. So, in this section, I will discuss the inflation first of all. So, inflation is the thing by which, or the term by which we can say that the normal proceedings or normal things are going to be very high, that all the people can't reach the main goal of their satisfaction. It may be described as the increasing in takas or the values of any product. So today's inflation rate, or we can say easily that the current inflation rate is of Bangladesh is 8.57, and if we look thoroughly on electricity, then we will be able to find that in consumer sector there are 5% of increases on electricity and 13 times increment of electricity on consumer sector. The second is the necessary products such as poultry or coke. Sometimes ago or some month ago it was 160 taka per kg, but right now it is 230 and 240 taka. So we can say easily that almost all the sectors have been affected by the inflation. The second is the shaky banking sectors. Second of all, the shaky banking sectors means the weak banking sectors. We know very well that the banking sectors of Bangladesh is not so good. For this, we are losing dollars, and the value of dollar is increasing. So for the shaky banking sectors, we will be able to find that there are three major types or three major problems for which the shaky banking sectors are increasing. The first one is defaulted loan, and the second is liquidity and interest rate, and the third is mismanagement. So defaulted loan is that if some of us take loans and don't pay again in future, it will be called as defaulted loan. Liquidity and interest rate are increasing for this. For this reason, the shaking banking sectors are increasing, and mismanagement of banks are another reason for these sectors. The third is dollar shortage. Now we are facing the great problems of dollar shortage. The value of dollar is increasing. We have to import by using more dollar. The import necessary things are increasing by takas. We have to pay in dollars. Difficulties in opening letters of credit. So for the shortage of dollar, we are facing a shortage of letters of credit. For that, we can't be able to. We are not able to import any necessary product by using less dollar. The rate of Bangladeshi currency is becoming weaker. So for the dollar shortage, Bangladeshi currencies are becoming weaker because we have to pay more taka for $1. High level of inequality, political instability, debt, and trade deficits. Imports goods becoming costly, especially oil and other like this. Thank you so much for listening me. Now I'm handing the rest of the slides to Afifa. Thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum everyone. This is Afifa Sultana. My role is 100. My previous groupmate have already talked about the current situation of Bangladesh. Now I will at some point with them and present some probable solution and provide some recommendation. We all know that unemployment hinders the economic development of our country. Our country has a severe unemployment in rural areas than urban areas. About 3.5 million people are suffering unemployment in Bangladesh. This causes overpopulation, lack of capital, natural calamities, corruption, and so on. And this result in making our country more risky. Here I have provided some probable solution of this problem. First one is agricultural theft. To increase the increase of food production will fill up the food deficit problem, and agricultural development will increase the standard of living of rural people. Agricultural production will increase by modern technology, use better fertilizer, hybrid seeds, expansion irrigation, and food control. Number two, focus on export. Strong trade connectivity and strong trade connectivity that help disaster response and recovery. So it can be a solution. Besides this, we have to find our alternative way to import product. And number three, developing core anti-corruption system. We all know that corruption is the main problem of a developing country. To accelerate the development process of a country, corruption should be eradicated from the country, and also build a hawkish and clear banking sector. To make our economic condition stable, it is very necessary to form a banking insurance policy to be ensure the safety of our bank. To promote financial stability, productivity, job creation, economic well-being, it is very essential to use the loan from International Monetary Fund properly. And the next point is developing infrastructure. To avoid the risk, the poor infrastructure of our country like electricity, road, industrial factory also be developed. Political stability, skilled labors, technology-based education system also play a vital role because after taking a technological-based education, people will become the asset of our country, and skilled worker increase our productivity, increase the work productivity. And lastly, united doing and awareness of all citizens about the risk of country will be very fruitful in solving this problem. So here we provide some recommendation. The first recommendation is maximize the liquid saving. Maximize the liquid saving will help our country to be economically strong and eligible for facing the risk. It can be one way to reduce the risk of our country. Number two, disaster planning. To avoid natural calamities, there might be take some disaster planning, including mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery. The third point is developing risk management guidelines. Developing risk management guideline means the level of risk management to be performed on a project and the frequency of risk management meeting. It will be helpful also. The next point is full employment. Full employment is necessary for developing a country and also for a risk for coping with risk of the country. So labor intensive industry should get high priority. And the last one is equal distortion of resources. Equal distribution of resources. We know that only a few people of our country are the owner of most of the resources of Bangladesh. That is why poverty is increasing. So equal distribution of resources and wealth should be ensured for avoiding risk. That's all from our team. Thank you, sir. Assalamu alaikum.